damage, so they can take good fights in the mid game. But it's a can. Whereas with TSpirit, it just feels like the game's even. At 20 minutes, they're gonna look much more menacing. That's why I'm going with them.
Fight me!
Let's see what's gonna happen here. They do smoke on both sides. Let's see who's gonna. Looks
I'm
like.
telling you, they're just meeting.
This
smoke is just a courtesy, dude. They both know where they're going. They're both gonna meet up here. Let's go level 1 fights. See, Smash doesn't even stop. Go straight into the enemy jungle. TSpirit will stay in their triangle.
Yatoro. It's gonna be. He didn't really go that far. Alright, looks like they're not gonna meet so far, but I do like this. It would be really fun if, like, TI, there's a code of honor and they have to meet somewhere. That would be really cool.
This guy, this is making me physically ill. I cannot believe that they're not gonna meet. What is this? It's because Helber Smasher, typical Western European team, fighting against true Eastern European Chads.
Get off my lawn!
Thanks
Get off my
Thanks a
lawn.
lot.
Alright, no fight, unfortunately. I mean, it's really scary to play versus Clodo level 1, I gotta say. So, I don't blame TSpirit here. They hold their ground.
Okay. No fight here, no fight. They select the bounty runes to separate among them. I knew that the game I talked about the code of honor and everything, the game they wouldn't do it. I was so certain of it. It's just how it works in this game. How do you think the lanes are gonna go? Let's look at the. I'm curious about this one because they picked Storm into Lina. What do you think about this matchup?
I mean, it has been a favorite for sure. It's just a range hero, but you have to get so close to get the remnants. I'm surprised that the Lina ended up going Dragon's Blade. Usually you see LSA just so you can deny the range creep when Storm goes for it. But should be Lina favored. Although the Storm will probably jungle, they didn't block with small camp, so expecting him to be even ECS, even though slightly lower in effort because it's going to be small camp creeps and probably a couple of salves used just to stay in the lane.
Yep. What about the top lane? DK Hoodwink versus Auto Wraith.
This one is a little bit of a wonky one because even though you would expect TSpirit to have the advantages because they have so much stuns, there's a lot of potential for some full duration eliminates. So I think this one can swing either way. It really depends on who holds the block, who holds the triple equilibrium. But usually I would say the Dragon Knight should win. Dragon Knight should win because I think Kato can just speed really easily. And if you don't tank a lot of eliminates and you kill the courier of Kato, like Mira just did, it's gonna be really good for you.
Okay. I would agree as well. I do feel like I think the DK lanes are really strong. We talked about the power of DK Hoodwink, right? And we don't have to love it anymore. And bottom, the Wicked Ancient Apparition Lifestealer versus Dark Willow and Mars.
I think that's the advantage for Smashers. A specifically has to be very careful. Can die at any time. I think, maybe level 3, level 4. Want the Lifestealer. Yeah, and just do CAA.
Oh,
okay.
Kill her. Let's get the first blood. And Yatoro's like, please, don't attack my AA. Get out. Get out. But unfortunately, Lifestealer doesn't do much with an AA. The combo of Lifestealer AA is not a strong one. You don't do anything here in the lane. Usually,
not at all.
Yeah. Goal Frenzy is not a stun.
Yeah, I think that's one of the concerns I had with the pick. Yes, obviously it's going to be good versus Mars, going to be good versus Rifting, but the lane, it feels like a pretty Pepega hero when you don't have a stun and you don't really get any kills, because what happens is you get killed.
Yep, that's true. I mean, the hero is very vulnerable as well. Like, it's just you're never gonna touch the Lifestealer on this lane because you don't want to, right? It's too difficult to kill him, especially once he gets to the point in rage. It's impossible. But the AA is prime pickings. Free real estate to kill the AA.
Yeah, usually like heroes in lanes, they want to fight to protect each other. It's just that the Lifestealer just doesn't really fight well with the AA, doesn't really protect him at all. He just
By
protect
anything,
himself.
just hit things, right? It's like Void years ago. I remember Void was completely useless in lane, and you just waited for a lucky time lock and pretend like, and that was it. That's all you could do.
Yeah, it was the time lock and the other passive, the
backtrack.
The one that you dodge, the backtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Sunsfan every time he would cast would call it useless Void, and every time he would just, that's all he would say, useless Void. Yatoro, I love that 5 line, it's fantastic.
I won't lie, that was unexpected.
I mean, Storm pretty much just full-time jungling right now. Had to go back base, buy his raindrops.
Middle tower
So it's gonna be his life. Not really playing active until he, I don't know, gets a Sky or Orchid. We'll see what he rushes this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see. Dawn Tokyo, I mean, because I don't think Lina is that much of a threat, because I think against Storm, as he goes farms the jungle, as you mentioned, you need someone that can really push your tower. It's like Flash or DP, it's like great, but Lina's meh, who cares? She can't really rotate either to get killed easily. You need to have some sort of setup for her.
Yeah.
No matter.
She's just gonna farm just as much.
Exactly, yeah. And then I think in the mid game, that's where Storm really gets an edge over Lina. As I'm watching Miroslav die to Tofu's auto attacks. Mira, no! Activates a magic stick. Never mind, he's too good.
Alright. Sound gets popped. Nice block there from Tofu.
Radiant's middle
No
tower
stacks
is
from
under
there
attack.
either.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, so Storm gets level 6. It actually starts getting a little scary for a Stormer now. Usually, like by himself, he's not gonna die to Storm, but any +1 can allow Storm to get a kill. Because he even went for the Vortex level, point of Vortex at level 6.
What? 8. And for that, we have the Acorn shot, breathe fire, and they're gonna get him.
With honor.
Alright.
And get him. Yeah, easy kill. Honestly, I mean, that breathe fire level 1, we talked about how this thing was good, but I wasn't expecting him to get a kill this early. He's just, collapsed with Dragon Blood. You're just not gonna touch him this lane.
Yeah. Fortunately, the lifesteal, you know, even with level 2, it's just not that great. You don't have that much damage. But mid lane here looks like Storm. That was good. Come on. First turn Stormer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's actually a really satisfying thing to do as Storm against Willow, dodging that spell. It was really good.
That's true. And then, I mean, right now the game is relatively passive, but I'm seeing just a good. This is good for TSpirit, right? I mean, if you're not getting kills, you're doing well in your lanes. They're gonna get up to the mid game.
I think so. They didn't really punish the AA bottom only one time, and Storm is jungling non-stop. So for sure, I would agree. Ace also the hero that died on Cyber Cover's measure, so
Radiant's
actually
middle tower
pretty
is
big
under
loss for them.
attack.
They are losing middle though, so they have to be careful not to
Radiant's
lose
courier
too much
has
XP.
been killed.
I'll always remember how.
Yeah, just gonna be. I think this game's gonna be super slow
Just what I was
until
waiting for.
I don't know. They get a first big item on Storm or Blink on DK.
No, there's just. You think it's gonna be TSpirit? It's gonna be the first to propose here, or is it gonna be? Can
I
Helm's
think
matches
so.
be active? Their lineup is kind of slow when I look at it, to be honest. Between Wraith and Lina, it's like, ooh, Lina's going for boot to travel as well.
Yeah, I don't think they can. No, Myers can't really kill the Lifestealer unless they somehow get an LSD from Fog. So if TSpirit is gonna push the target with the DK, they might even get Tofu. Okay. They actually like fill their heroes TP. Oh, now there he is.
There's a corner shot. The push is nearby.
Dire's
But
bottom
it seems like it's gonna be
tower
fine.
is under attack.
TSpirit will not want to go for a kill push yet, unless General puts out a position. And General, I don't know if I jinxed him or wanted to die, but that's gonna be relatively easy for them.
Radiant's
Naruto can
middle
even
tower
rotate,
is
trying to take
under
advantage of the level 6
Fuel for my
boost you get as a storm. He does rotate mid,
Oh,
gets a beating for it, ball lightings immediately, and it's gonna be fine now. As in the top lane, we see a rotation
TP from the Lina.
Storm's coming in with a bushwhack, and it's gonna be collapse time first, but at the same time they get Tofu. While Stormer deals with a Poshka as he was made out of paper. Miroslav will also fall, and the tip comes from Gilgir and Tofu, who are just proud of being avenged by this Lina.
Look at Storm's
Dire's
build.
middle
He's
tower
actually
is under
rushing
attack.
Daniels? What?
Radiant's top tower is under
way.
attack.
I don't think he's actually rushing it, but
Stupendous.
he is having a great game.
Honestly, Miposhka, chilling touch. Yeah. That was a really
It's
good.
incredible versus the Lifestealer.
That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
the
he
Lina
saw
one?
Storm go in, right? And then he goes, "Oh, no TP,
Yeah.
time to go kill him."
They were diving super hard too. Kinda weird that they tried to go for that dive, knowing that Storm already TP back. Storm also nice.
Yep, and that's no TP Storm. Just, I mean, he'll come back with TP, so it's fine. But Stormer just being so much more powerful boots of travel. Usually is a farming item, but just the power of Lina here is showcasing. Helper Smashers didn't want to go for the farm fest we were expecting, but rather just playing super aggressively here with Lina.
And I mean, they're taking the tower. This is
Radiant's
crazy.
middle tower has fallen.
I won't lie. That was unexpected.
We haven't touched Yatoro though on the
DK's
bottom
forcing.
lane, but he's gonna be the next victim most
Dire's
likely if this
top tower
continues.
is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under
she's not gonna
attack.
go.
Going for the armlet. They go phase boost first item this time, which I like. And top should fall, so that's okay.
Dire's top tower
But
is under attack.
yeah, the mid tower is a huge victory. I don't think they should be allowed to get that deserved.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Flash took the tower. They got Blink Dagger soon. Once he gets Blink Daggers, when you said they were going to get activated, hopefully with on Lifestealer as well. Who, frankly, is going to be outfarmed this game easily. And there's Storm, as I said, that was the next objective. Yatoro goes inside the catapult, and he leaves. Oh no! Oh no! The car's about to crash! The cursed crown! Yatoro has to get away. He wants to avoid the cursed crown stuff, but he gets hit. Yatoro has no rage. Yatoro is destroyed! Not blaming the fight Tofu, but definitely not worth Yatoro's life there.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have to leave the card when he got stunned. Like it's a very low
Radiant's
duration
bottom
stun
tower
at this
is under
stage.
attack.
Okay. That's once again huge for Helpers matches.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's the game one we see. How will
Radiant's
TSpirit bring
bottom
this
tower
back? I
is
don't
under
know.
attack.
I mean, right now Stormer is getting a really good early game. And TSpirit need to find a way to deal with this Lina.
Dire's middle tower
Granted, I think
is
Storm
under
will be
attack.
enough in the mid game. I'm just making a big
Radiant's
deal out of this
bottom
because it's
tower
exciting.
is under attack. Radiant's
They do have
bottom
Blink
tower
on
is
Dragon
under
Knight. Let's see if they can find an opening here. They do have Glyph, but they're not
Just
going
what
to
I
go
was
for the
waiting
catapult.
for.
Okay, Blink out from
Placed on
collapse.
board the Wraith farm last nice. And with the Dragon Tail, they set up for a kill on Ace. They got him. However, that's only his first life. Ace is back, full HP. He's like, guys, I did my job. I tanked the ultimate. It's time to go farm.
And that's what he'll do. They still have a decent amount of duration here on the Dragon Knight. They have the Blink. I wonder if they want to pressure this. Actually, maybe not. Storm. He does have this Arcane Rune. I think it's a huge power spike with the Kaya being done. Doesn't even wait for it.
There we go. They went right for the Lina. He's gonna get cold feeded. Don't even need it. Toronto Tokyo will get the kill. Sorry, Collapse will get the kill here with some help from Toronto Tokyo. They didn't have Kaya, by the way. Just finished it, but couldn't wait for it. The madman. And as Collapse continues to push this lane, I think... Oh, good blinding light. Can't apply the poison again, which means they can't hit the tower. Collapse angry, wants to go for Gilgir, but loses the dragon form. And Miposhka! Ooh, he'll outrun the horses. He'll be fine.
Alright. Lifestealer, I think that's his armlet completed. So if he wants to start joining fights, he can. And I actually really enjoy the Wraith build right now. They were talking about, deviating from the Radiance in the other game. I think this is definitely the game for it. You're against Lifestealer, so he doesn't care about Radiance. And he has very low armor. I mean, right now he has... Wait, his armor is bugged, right? It shows 24 armor for me. There's no way he has 24 armor.
For who?
On the Lifestealer.
Sure, no.
Oh, he does have it. Okay.
Yeah, 24 in total, yeah, with the armor, yeah. I mean, face boots armor, that's a lot, actually. Armor gives you a lot of armor.
So it's 4 plus 6 plus 4 from the active.
Cold feet, he's gonna die. And they get 2 kills in return. Not the greatest, but...
I mean, still a rating kill. I think that's valid, for sure.
What does it get the extra? Armor from the...
I think it's... There has to be something bugged. Where's the 13 armor coming from?
Yeah, it's 10.
It's
I'm missing...
only 10 from the face boots.
10 from face boots and armlet, and then when you activate it, I get that you...
Oh, broom handle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's you know we're old because we...
Yeah, I mean, with this build, he doesn't struggle with armor. That's pretty good.
I mean, armlet is insane. It gives you, when you activate it, 10 armor in total, right? It's insane.
Yep.
Actually, a lot. Might as well... It's the same as plate mail.
Yes. And I think one change that not a lot of people talked about is the fact that he now drains way less HP per second than he used to. And Sanji is incredible in giving HP regen. So overall, it just allows these armlet heroes to flourish. Oh, okay. Totally
Way.
Dire's middle tower has
Wraith
been
denies
denied.
it, so they deny mid tower. So still a win, honestly, for TSpirit because you want this map control anyway. In fact, this map control will lead to a kill on Stormstormer, and Stormstormer will die. From a great early game to just an easy kill in the mid game. That's the power of TSpirit's draft that we predicted. And Ace, not really the great of a target, so maybe just leave?
Ooh.
There you go.
Kind of slow on the brand effect.
I don't think you can kill him, but I'm gonna try. Actually, wait, maybe with a sharpshooter. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Even the great Roman god of war is killed off by a squirrel.
It's not only the squirrel.
It's mainly the squirrel, by the way. Okay, it's like the Marvel universe all over again. Squirrel Girl is the strongest character in the Marvel universe. Anyone who reads the comics knows this, and Squirrel is the strongest character in Dota.
Stupendous!
Alright. It is definitely a strong character.
Even in Rick and Morty, they're the strongest animal. Look, canon, squirrels in most media are just the strongest creatures. It's a fact. In furry culture, they're super strong too.
Furry culture?
Yeah, you know.
I don't read that much furry culture, but I'll believe you.
I don't know about that one.
You're gonna be my furry culture guy from now on?
No, I swear, I was just making that up. I have no clue. Don't say that.
Dude, it's okay. Like, I actually have no problems. Like, I have tons of friends that are furries. Like, you're not the first one. It's okay. You can open out. Don't be shy.
Veil Discord for Mira. Let's move on. We have Veil Discord for the Hoodwink. Interesting choice. I haven't seen this too much on the Hoodwink, but I think it's a pretty good idea, right? With Storm and Ancient Apparition, why not?
Yeah, so much extra damage actually from those heroes. I mean, both characters actually going for the exact same build, besides the treads being the different boots here from Wraith and the Lifestealer. They're gonna... No one's actually gonna get out farm. They're actually both going for this kind of... Not necessarily early game, but like fighting builds.
Yeah.
Which allows both sides to roach relatively early, which also allows both sides to fight. I'm just curious when they're gonna start actually joining fights. I think Wraith just wants level 12. The Lifestealer probably, I mean, he'll get that so very soon, so that's probably...
That's interesting. In the case of Lifestealer, I think it's because he wants to fight early and not fall behind the Wraith King. But in the case of Wraith King, it's because I think this is the only build that you can really run against a Lifestealer. There's also the burst damage being done against a hero who needs it.
Yeah.
Storm cut out of the arena, doesn't seem to matter, Track and Egg rolls in. What a hard hero. Stuns Yoga, win the fight. Ice Blast will finish off Gilgert. The Sharpshooter is not enough for General, even though the Veil Discord. But Stormer's crazy. Stormer Tokyo goes forward, avoids the God's Rebuke and the Light Strike Array. Until 2 cities indeed, but this one is not going to be a romance, but just a murder.
Regeneration!
Oh, the regen. Wow, that would be really strong on Toronto.
Oh my.
Nicely done by Decado there. Very bold of even attempting, but I think even if he dies, it would actually be really clutch. What about Roche here? Lifestealer pretty much has the Deso. They have most of their heroes around. There is no medallion, but I think Collapse Temple, they should be able to do it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
far though, looks like they're gonna take over the big jungle.
Radiant
maybe get after it too.
structures are fortified.
That's what they're definitely hoping for. Now a really aggressive ward here, which allows them to go for... Ice Blast is available, so is Sharpshooter and the Veil. Gilgert, quick. Here come a draw, Gilgert. We have Desero on the Lifestealer and Dragon Form. In fact, you might not even need to commit to Dragon Form. Where's Collapse going? He took a stroll through the woods. TSpirit now on the retreat, as Helper Smashers is hell-bent on defending this tower. Blinding Light, sending Miposhka back, and Miposhka accepting that he is an Ancient Apparition 5, and he's meant to die a bit more than he did. I mean, he's died 4 times this game, that's not enough for an Ancient Apparition. You gotta really feel pain if you're playing this here.
That's true. I mean, he also has 4 kills, so it's even positive is already a victory for Position 5A.
You need much more than that. You need
right.
much more. You need to add one.
Roche being taken right now, and I'm not sure if TSpirit is ready to stop this.
Take the Roche, yeah. Sharpshooter.
Roshan has
I
fallen
don't know if
to
that
the
was...
jungle.
No, Sharpshooter was nothing, and Mira is gonna die for this.
Alright. Looks like even squirrels can die, apparently. Storm has his BKB, so that's a couple of power spikes for TSpirit, but this Aegis on Lina once again. I feel like maybe every game in this series had a Lina with Aegis. I might be wrong, but
free Aegis.
yeah. I think we had a lot of free agents. In general, I don't think either team was really good at controlling Roshan, and they were not even behind, but just controlling Roshan.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger now on Ace, whereas the Lifestealer is going for that Sanjay Yash.
That's why it's good. I wouldn't mind the Scotty in this game because how useful it is against Wraith team. But I feel like Yatoro is just feeling the Wraith team breathing down his neck and going, yeah, just need to itemize as quick as possible. Not really expensive items. Trying to kill Ace as well. Can they burst him down? Ace has a reincarnation still. They want to commit too hard for this. Bushwhack will do the trick. Mira gets away. The last activates the Dragon Form. There you go for the second round. We have the Infest Bomb ready on Toronto Tokyo, but they need some help from the Dragon Knight to be initiate. Look at this Dragon Knight being a gardener, clearing the brambles. Nice job.
Alright, you know what actually pisses me off about Lifestealer? There is no debuff showcasing that he infested the TSpirit. So as an enemy, you have no idea what's going on. You have to realize that Storm doesn't have 1900 skill spell. As I say that, there we go.
And with this, they'll kill General, which is good enough. But the Ice Block will do the trick, but they need to hit him again, but just in case. They even catch up to Gilgert. That's going to be 2 kills going the way of Toronto. TSpirit. And yeah. Pretty good usage of their smoke, honestly. And I agree, I guess Infest level 1 is not so easy to tell that you have the help.
Yeah. As the time passes by, it gets very apparent, but early on, it's definitely...
When Storm comes at you, you're like, did Storm always have 3k HP? I didn't remember that. That's when you start to realize that he probably has a Lifestealer inside.
Exactly. Ace now finally gets his Blink Dagger, so I think it's finally time for the Smashers to smash a little bit. They have 2 minutes of Aegis, Blink Dagger up, BKB, and pretty much Daedal is ready for Lina. So I hope they start doing stuff, because I think they've been pretty passive ever since they got the Aegis.
They have been. I mean, I just feel like the H's even on Lina, they don't feel too safe with it. And I kind of understand that because Storm just jumps you, and that's the H's gone. He jumps you again. Like if the DK, they have such easy jumps on the Lina. Much like last game, and we mentioned this in the draft. We mentioned this earlier when Storm was dominating. It's just quite easy for them to kill her. They don't have a clockwork or anything, but they don't need to commit too much to finish off Lina. She's just a distraction, I think, once again, given a certain point.
I agree.
BKB.
Which... Lifestealer.
Walking in. General with an easy kill, and they get rid of the Ancient Apparition. He does get Ice Blast off, which means no more armor using for Ace, but it's okay. Not that big a deal, honestly. Collapse? Oh, really? You want to go in despite not having Ice Blast?
Oh!
Interesting.
Cough. Collapse. Dark of Reincarnation, though. Arena Blood used. Yatoro will get rid of the first life for Ace. Now, back, or no, Collapse wants to keep on fighting. In comes on Tokyo. He himself is the BKB. They're gonna go and try to kill Ace twice, and it's going to work. You can see the big fire. Ace with the armlet. Heal him back up. Ace is still alive. They need the Ice Blast. On Tokyo now out of mana. They're gonna be able to chase after him. They illuminate. They spear him to a tree, and they're gonna kill him. Ice Blast. It ain't gonna hit Ace.
Just what I was
why
waiting
go for the Wraith King of all people first?
Yeah, it was really odd. The Lina was showing top. She was kind of low HP, so I think that's their call. They're like, yeah, even the Lina TPs, she's not gonna do that much, but she's screening for 700 damage right now. Like she had 3 stacks of Friso, and that's all she needed to like just solo kill the AA in 2 hits. Yeah, I wish we could,
Dire's bottom
in my
tower
opinion.
is under attack.
That Lina is massive.
Yep. I think she'll ever get to the point where you actually might not be able to catch her. She's just so strong, she just beats you by attacking you.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, like I think if they just actually jumped the Lina when she was alone, that would be an okay play. But yeah, as I said, also going for the Ace. Wraith King, and they will get revenge on Collapse.
Also, if you kill the Lina, you kill her, say, only once in that engagement, you at least engage her. So you kill her. There's the Wraith. Monster Knight. Yatoro, you need to accept, much like Miposhka, he's gonna die sometimes. He's actually gonna cold beat up. I cannot believe this. Stormer will die because of this Ancient Apparition. Storm BKB and Tokyo, the support do nothing to him. Take down Gilger. Yes, they will. Yatoro, even kills a courier for good measure.
Radiant
Ace, what was the courier carrying? Do you see?
I did actually. Should be his Yasha, I think, or maybe it's just a TP.
No,
because he's out of TP right now. Yeah.
That was an easy way to kill the Lina.
Yes, and that's really the problem of the matchup. I think eventually, as the BKB on Lina goes down, it's just such a hard. Like you go dataless, but she's gonna be forced into Kaya Sanj or Aeon Disc or some sort of protection because they have no saves. And even their supports. Now there's a glimmer on the Kato, but he only had a 4-step prior to it. And the Willow doesn't want to go for defensive items. She wants to go like Scepter, Aeon Disc herself, and then the way they're gonna fight with the Lina is gonna be really hard. I think they have to always not show the Lina and have someone be initiated by the Storm. Not that hard to pull off as it would seem, unfortunately. Let's go with Basher, love it. I think that's really the problem with this game. Like when you compare the Wraith King, he had to go blink. He has to go between 2 items, 6k gold worth of items that doesn't really do that much damage. Doesn't really make him tankier. Whereas the Lifestealer, it really feels like he was able to go for this aggressive build because he has catch on the Storm, he has catch on the DK. Smoke though. Let's see if they actually smoke on smoke once again.
Collapse is going to be leading the charge. Okay, Bowie. That was...
Oh, dear God.
Excited there. They got up to the con, only killed 2 supports. I don't think the fire truck was necessary there, but hey, mate. By all means, you get excited for those kills.
That was, I mean, they were both clashing. It felt like it was going to be a huge fight, but then Connor just dies. I tried my best to hype it up.
We have Quiver actually for TSpirit. Could be consideration to use later. Yatoro's like, free kill? No. Stormer will leave. He's not going for the Scotty finally. I think this is a big item. I like that he went for Bastion, but the Scotty is definitely what we saw last game being the turning point. Not last game, but like 2 games ago? 3? Against Sven?
Yeah, the... Yes.
We've done a lot
maybe
of
3.
They mix together.
Yes. Actually, you know, we were talking about Wraith King and Lifestealer having literally the same build. There's also a Titan's Liver for both of them, so it keeps getting pretty similar. But now, BKB is gonna be Ace's next. Oh, true. I don't know about this one. It's so close to BKB.
They gave it to Miposhka for more chilling touches as opposed to Miroslav. Fair enough. In case you guys don't know, Quiver does actually increase the range of Acorn Shot as well. It's actually very useful for setting up trees really long range. But they gave it to Ancient Apparition.
He doesn't have a neutral item on the hook right now.
I'm not sure what...
Radiant are
bring
scanning.
it. Oh, that's Ancient Apparition. She's too small. She can't carry ones.
That's true.
I really would
She's
rather...
so strong she doesn't need a neutral item.
Like, she already went for Etherlens. Clearly you care about cast range. This makes her Acorn Shot like global essentially. With Shadow Cover. That's broken. And the most important thing, not the damage of course, or the actual who cares about Acorn Shot, is the fact that you can actually get vision from really far away, because the tree gives vision. I actually think it's a pretty big deal.
I agree. Yeah, I think the Psychic Headband is probably just as good because it gives you cast range on the W, but it's literally in the base and no one's picking it up. That's kind of what brings me out here. Okay, thank you. Both are fine, but I do feel like the AA probably makes better use of the Enchanted Quiver, considering Hoodwink can get cast range on with the Psychic Headband. Finally there for the BKB. Roche is up. This could be a huge fight. Whoever takes this fight is gonna be king of the Roche pit for a while.
And Collapse
totally.
A little Roche pit. He's currently a knight, but he wants to be upgraded a bit. They're trying to flank him as well, though. And
stay blessed.
It's interesting how both people think of this. Smash is like, they're definitely in their triangle. They must be getting ready for Roche. And TSpirit's like, they're definitely in Roche. They're all TP. Smash is
they have vision.
That axe look huge. They won't get up to 3. They burst out the Lina. Ace fighting Yatoro. I don't think he's strong enough, honestly. Ace with the BKB soon to expire. He's going for the supports first. He will get rid of the Ancient Apparition. Where's the rest of the team? Collapse. Now stop. They're even using Laguna Blade. They need to go for a second time. It comes down to Tokyo. Yatoro running towards Lina. They want to force this time back. They're not going for her though. They're instead going for the Mars. They're doing a flood, catching more towards Tokyo. 2 capitals at once. Destroyed. Actually,
wow. Alright, I mean, that was the buyback. I think TSpirit, they could have maybe chilled a little bit, not re-engaged as soon as those buybacks fly out, but this is dangerous. Like, they really need the agent on Stormstormer, or... Oh boy.
Could die too. The first ground hit. That bit of extra ground from the Lina. That's going to be enough. Yatoro at least finish off the Wraith King. That's only 1 life though. It's pretty much Yatoro versus the world at this point. And he gets inside the Ancient Apparition, but that's not the best vessel. He's slow. His HP is low. And he will die soon. He just gets out of him. The Ancient Apparition was popped. Yatoro
was 1 hit
forward. The sharpshooter hits.
Radiant's top tower.
What are you expecting to do, Yatoro? You need some help. You can't. You have to let this Roshan go. You don't even have the infest to get away.
Yeah, this is a pure Roche. I don't think they can fight. It was a really good TP from TSpirit, but then after they got the kills, I think they went way too YOLO, knowing that Lina bought back. Now that's Aegis for her. And,
What did he get pinned to? Doesn't matter, because he's dead. We'll figure that out in his next life. That's a dieback as well for him. I cannot believe these fights are actually giving Hellbreath Smashers life. They're going to be able to win this off these fights alone.
Radiant's middle tower is
Oh,
under
nice
attack.
creep cutting.
As always,
Very
to
balanced.
go high ground against a Storm is an excruciating endeavor.
It is. I'm surprised they went for Ags on Storm. I like that it makes him tanky. Yeah, eventually though, once they get some good acorn shots into Bushrock, it is definitely strong. And also when they have level 25 talent on DK, that's going to be insane.
We gave the shard to the Willow, by the way. Rarely do you see the shard be given to support, but I think this is one of the most justifiable times. Wraith King shard is meh. Lina shard is meh. Mars shard is actually pretty good, but not that great this game.
Totally agree.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah, both cards actually have probably one of the worst.
Let's go. I know you've accepted you're meant to die a bunch, but I feel like at this point you're making it too easy. Storm jumps in though. And then General and Polska's just distracted them, it seems like. A Storm. Finding Gilder. I taste the BKB. They now found Ace behind enemy lines. And here's Yatoro fighting him head on, but he's afraid of Stormer. That's the BKB upset. It's really the reincarnation, but Stormer's too scary. And Dartoku's out of mana, so they can't jump him. They don't have collapse either. General even bought back for this with this game. It's so
Radiant
chaotic.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, I don't like the way Hellbreath Smashers is approaching this. They're forcing things way too much. They could have been pushing multiple lanes at the same time to make sure that the Storm anyways is not going to be that big of an issue.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, even positive KB, they're so afraid. They're not going high ground with this Aegis unless they kill Storm, which seems almost impossible.
Radiant's
Can he
bottom
actually kill
tower has
Lina?
fallen.
No, Storm is already. Okay, so this is two tier 2s. Age is still up on the Lina. That's probably good enough. I think they're doing a good job.
Any strength for collapse. Big deal.
What did he get?
It's always strength down.
Oh, nice.
Now plus the infest, I think collapse might become kind of unkillable. As long as they can jump to Lina. Really, Lina is the problem. The whole game revolves around them being able to jump for Lina and do it efficiently.
Yeah, I think this Wraith is gonna start getting some kiting problems. The attack speed's low, and the lose low from collapse is gonna be very annoying to deal with.
I'm concerned the ag this game. What do you think about that?
It's actually good. It's actually pretty good. I do feel like the AC is just a better overall item for the team, but I would be surprised to see Ags being the next item because they do have a lot of magic damage. And I don't know, Ags on DK is so good, especially as a position 3. Yatoro being kind of cheeky here, but it should be fine. It's coming bottom. Mars is out of position. Yeah, he has. He's bottom. I think.
I will
The road
lie.
is broken.
That was
They
unexpected.
need a Storm to jump in.
Dire
It doesn't seem like Tokyo is. I mean, he's looking for the furthermost initiation to deal as much damage as possible. He needs to catch Stormer. I mean, he has Aegis, that's why he's not going in and wasting all his mana. Aegis will expire in a minute, they can just wait it out, and DK will finish his AC now.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
I mean, TSpirit, they're always pushing the lanes really well. They don't allow Hellbreath Smashers to use the Aegis as they would like to. So I think like they're playing the map really well, even though this is a 7k loaded for Smashers. In terms of items, the AC gets completed on the Wraith King, DK also finish his, and there you go, the Axe for DK's coming. Smoke time. It's so close from the Aegis expiring though, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, they have 20 more seconds. The lap's gonna break the smoke, it seems like. But it's Tofu's leading. Yatoro has rage, he's fine. Honestly, it might be better that it...
Yes.
Bro.
I agree. I'm sure they don't want to take that fight.
Oh, Tokyo, you madman.
Tokyo.
What are you doing? Now you're...
Oh my lord! Oh!
He almost died.
Jesus.
That's because she went for Shiva. If she had gone for any more damage items, like she would be dead.
If he had the AC instead of the Wraith King, that was a kill for sure. Alright, alright. The Sky is gonna be Lifestealer's next item. So, Wraith King's not gonna lifesteal at all.
Like
he
we did
is
say
going...
this before, though. I think he's been building this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh no, he bought the BKB, that's why. He's bought the BKB, that way, yeah, sorry.
Oh.
He was building it before the BKB, then he bought BKB, and now he's building Scotty again. Okay.
Also, can we talk about the fact that Dragon Knight Illusions have can actually proc the Scotty effect? You know, can we talk about that? That is like a very minor change that would make me happy about DK.
I don't think you should nerf any part of DK. I think Negating's buffs and anything else. Look at that. Actually, DK slowing down Ace with the illusion escape. BKB on top of this. There's Storm going in. They have to go for Stormer. They need more stuns for this still. Stormer's still alive as Ace is being dealt with by Yatoro. And they have killed his teammate. Topu's down. They killed Ace. But now Stormer can still K this. Will he be able to? He's fighting Collapse to the death. And unfortunately, it'll be sooner than he thought. They take down 3. TSpirit bringing down the Lina. And Ace still has no buyback.
Yeah, I don't know who gave the call to go for that fight, but I just... The way the Wraith King just walked in, got slowed by a DK illusion, and died. Like, you're never winning that fight. I think maybe you just have to sack the Wraith King there, because... It was never gonna work. Obviously, with the BKB. They even have a refresher on Storm. I don't... It's been a while. Maybe this might be the first time I've seen refresher, actual refresher on Storm.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I don't recall ever seeing a match with that. I mean, I see the point. It's not a bad item, actually, with Electric Vortex.
Yeah, it's still the gag.
Mana regen. It's actually kind of synergistic with Storm.
Yeah.
Okay, I see how they want to.
And also the double BKB, I think it's very underrated in this matchup, because as long as he gets on top of the Lina and the Lina doesn't stun him, the Lina just dies. And that's gonna have more
Okay, tower will fall. Of course, the DK illusion also applied the forces.
Middle barracks.
Look at this. It's disgusting. Hang up for the tier 3, Yatoro.
Beautiful. Just as God intended.
DK is his proudest creation, you know? That's why he got an anime. Do you have an anime?
That's true. That's true. Do you have any other anime heroes here? Actually, we don't, right? It's pretty much just the cat. This game. Yeah, this is looking rough. I think Halber's measures. It's been like a solid 10 minutes since they took a good fight. They're forcing things too much. They're walking through your paths. So it's not a huge blow. They still have a tier 2 bottom. It's not like TSpirit is gonna end the game, but it just feels. I would talk about this. The TSpirit draft just feels much easier to play. Already done for the Lifestealer. Smoke time. There we go. Oh, Roche just respawned, by the way.
Smoke from TSpirit.
Oh my lord, are they just getting this for free? Are they getting this for free? Oh, the DK illusion!
DK illusion scouts this, Ice Blast. On top of this, they go for some.
Oh my lord!
The Infest Bomb! Ace has been blown up! General, he has the Wind Waker, so he's gonna be able to fly himself to safety, and they also blinked Ace in town.
I won't lie. As expected.
Terrorize. Who do I do? They didn't hit him. Oh, the DK. How did he get the kill on just a Dragon Tail, apparently? Stormstormer, the next target. Back to BKBs. Yatoro. That's gonna be dead Stormstormer. I think they helped him with Wind Waker, but unfortunately it was not enough. Like, Stormstormer has no Yule Scepter.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower.
That was close. If the DK illusion is not there, maybe they just be broke. But yeah, this DK illusion's MVP of this match, I would say.
Illusion escape, yeah, honestly. Look at this, it's being Ace. Down. Who needs the black dragon form when you can have 2 dragons? Oh, you're getting an axe. 2 black dragons now.
Beautiful. There we go. Yeah, I think this is gonna be Roche for them. There's still like maybe 1-5 for Albert matches. The goal of vengeance is not that big, but the execution for I don't know how they take the fight. They have to smoke, spear the storm. Yeah, that's how they have to do it. They have to somehow fight storm, and overall the positioning of from Tokyo has been very, very good.
Okay, region. Can't imagine a luckier room for Toronto Tokyo in these moments. Even got the what was it called before?
Dire's
Electric
bottom
Boogaloo?
tower is under attack.
No? The shard?
I think it's Electric Boogaloo. Or
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, now it's an overload.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, oh, Electric Rave? I think it was Electric Rave. Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Let's see if they can take this fight.
Bushwhack. Yatoro gets back his rage. In fact, he says, well, let's kill Ace. That's his first life. We still have the BKB for Yatoro. In the backpack, though. Collapse. A big dragon. Can make 2 as well. We still keep the black dragon form? Does he still fly over things, right?
Wow, that's a really question, actually. It's stuck for like 5 years then.
I think, yes, he does. I think he does.
Wow.
Yeah, he's flying over the tower. That is insane.
Beautiful.
Illusionist getting best item on DK. DK is even more broken than I ever imagined. Just put Mantra in this guy.
Exactly. Carry DK incoming? Oh.
That's not gonna work out. They did infest collapse here, so he's honestly not gonna die. General trying to go for the squirrel. Everyone's for the squirrel. Shit, they have this though. They weren't expecting it as infest. Just for the racks. They can't Stormstormer. Stormstormer's been stunned. Stormstormer's been pushed. Stormstormer. They don't want him anymore. They're gonna go for the Roman God of War. Yatoro, you're fighting the shield. You're not fighting the hero. Stormstormer now gets stunned. Abyssal Blade Electropractice on top of that. And that's gonna be a dead Lina. What they want the whole time, but he does have buyback, so we have a second Lina to have to fight. Hey, he's lasted so long. He actually has reincarnation again.
Under attack.
And he will die regardless. Yatoro activating the rage. We still have the BKB available and the Aegis, by the way. They haven't taken last lane Rax, but they took a lot of it. They're gonna wait for Collapse to get his dragon form again.
Stupendous!
Yeah, one thing that happened in that fight is that Lina actually pressed BKB, but Mars used Wind Waker on her anyways. And so they waste the Wind Waker and the BKB on Lina was also wasted. So it just makes the fight much harder. Overall, like that's the beauty of Storm, or maybe being broken after the Storm. It's so easy to force spells when you're in an advantageous position, like TSpirit is right now. Feels like they're just gonna go high again.
Dire's middle tower.
They have Dragon Form. They have
all the Miller Racks. There's the score. Toro. I'll take it. There's the infest. They send him back, but he's fine. Collapses the dragon field. Yeah, Toro's healing back inside that creep. He can go back in. Looking for his opportunity. Or is it Toro? The strongest creep in the game, 1800 HP. I think Yatoro is accepting his new life as a creep. They will never expect him.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
They give him the creep solo crest. Go, Yatoro, go! He's gonna mix in. He's gonna
he
mix
has
in.
500 boosted with the solar crest.
It's insane. Well, the solar crest isn't helping that, but you know.
No, he gave this a move speed for him.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the 10% movement speed buff. Oh, you're totally right. My bad. Is that the limit then?
I'm not sure.
Isn't the limit 550?
If he had travels, I think he would be faster, maybe. Because it's... I actually forget how it works. Like, it's weird how the move speed of the creep works. But... it's okay. I mean, they're just playing with their foot right now. They don't really have to force this, but... no tier 4, at least only one tier 4. Yatoro being menacing.
This is my favorite creep.
Oh no.
General Wind Waker, fly away. Electric Vortex for 3. Now the Ice Blast. They want the Lina first, and that is what they will get. 120 seconds without her. has BKB, and Yatoro wants to fight him a second time. There is no Lina now to scare off Yatoro. Ace will have to fight to the death, and Yatoro will not take even a scratch. It's gonna be game 3, going the way of TSpirit. But no first smashers, very noble performance, but just slightly behind in this last game. In both performance